Tonight on EA Sports, Super Bowl 56.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 56. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The first carry now for Tony Pollard, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down at 7. Shotgun now from Murray. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Hall. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Jackson now. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. A quick throw complete to Chark. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the 39, Jackson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Again, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. 1st down and more for Jackson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in his opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board, and a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Murray now on 1st down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's brought down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Throwing again, Murray. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Murray off play action. He's going deep for Brown. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now here's Pollard. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Jason Barrett. And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Oh, a nice grab by Valdez-Scantling. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Murray now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. And that'll set them back 5. Throwing now is Murray. Forced out to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Murray's throw complete here to Waller. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. From the gun, Murray. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Darren Waller there to make the grab. And the 49ers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete. Akule-Bunam. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there for the Raiders. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Play action. Now Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. offense set to get this drive started.
And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there for the Raiders. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the 49ers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Oh, and this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. This will be caught by Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Continuing to steadily move the ball down the field. Not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting him first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
First down, Murray.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Murray now on first down. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this is going to be intercepted.
picked up by Justin Reed. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Jackson. And he'll find Hall. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now it's Jackson. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Here's Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw is Murray. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here's Matt Hawk now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fielded at the 33. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Offense set to get this drive started. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Now Jackson. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And the return will stop right around the 25. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Murray. Buying time to his left. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now a give here to Pollard. And some room to work. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. 79 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Quick slant to Brown. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And the San Francisco...